I'm Madhura. Welcome to madhurasrecipe.com developing a new taste. Today we are making yeast free pizza dough, pizza and pizza sauce. The good thing about this pizza is we are not going to make use of any yeast, and also we are making pizza sauce at home, so it is very inexpensive, and plus you have great satisfaction that you are preparing something on your own at home, and it tastes simply great. So let's see what we need to prepare our pizza sauce and pizza dough. To begin with, first I'm gonna sieve all-purpose flour along with all dry ingredients. Here I have got 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. It is also known as maida, and I'm gonna make use of this strainer to sieve this. This is just to make sure there are no any lumps of this flour or baking soda powder. I have this baking powder. Just break the lumps. Also I have some baking soda, salt, just about a teaspoon, and a teaspoon of sugar. Now next, also add in olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. Now just bring this all together. We want to incorporate all dry ingredients together really very well. I got all my dry ingredients incorporated really well. Now next I'm gonna add yogurt. And mix this well with these dry ingredients. Once we mix all this yogurt together, now I'm going to start my kneading process. For this, pour water very little by little at a time, and while you pour water, continue this kneading process. Just add a small amount of water at a time and bring this all together. We are almost there. Our pizza base is almost finished. I have used just about 3 tablespoons of water. The amount of water really varies on the consistency of yogurt. If your yogurt is too thick, you may need to add some extra tablespoon of water. If yogurt is too thin, you may not require to add water at all. The dough will get ready with the use of just yogurt only. And now just the final touch, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now this we're gonna substitute yeast by using this baking soda and lemon juice combination. Add this lemon juice and spread this all around this dough. Make sure it gets incorporated very well in this dough. And mix this up really well. We want to knead this dough till the time it becomes very loose and elastic. You can see this is very loose dough. And now we're gonna put this into another bowl. Just spread this. Now cover this up with some wet towel. Cover this up and leave it to rest in dark warm place for at least 4 hours till the time this dough almost doubles in its size. I always prefer to keep this in oven. Just start your oven on 200 Fahrenheit for just about 4 to 5 minutes. After that, turn off the oven and pop this bowl into warm oven for total about 4 hours. I kept my dough in the oven. In the meantime, we will start to work on our pizza sauce. What here I have got is some well-ripe and juicy tomatoes. Now this is really important thing. You make sure that you make use of well-ripe tomatoes. Now to begin with, we got to take out the skin and seeds from these tomatoes. Now this skin of tomatoes really does not have any taste or flavor in it, and the seeds of these tomatoes sometimes add bitter taste in the pizza sauce, so it's always better to take out its skin and seeds as well. Now just make cross on each of these tomatoes just like this and drop them into hot water. Now as soon as we drop tomatoes, you can see how nicely the skin of tomatoes has started to come off. Now we don't want to leave these tomatoes for longer time. Just take them out into a cold water immediately. Here I have some ice cold water, and we're gonna transfer these tomatoes. Just take all of them. Now let's take out the skin of all these tomatoes. You can see how it becomes very easy to take out its skin. Once we take out the skin of these tomatoes, now next we need to take out its seeds, because we don't want any bitter taste in our pizza sauce. For this, take out this stem part. We don't need to use this, and cut this tomato in between just like that, and just take out this seeds part. Basically we are doing this because this seeds adds little bitter taste in this pizza sauce. Now you can see I have separated these seeds from these tomatoes. I have already peeled them, and I have already added them into a blender. Now next, we don't need to throw this out, the separated seeds area. What we're gonna do, we're gonna strain this out directly into a blender. Now I'm gonna crush them into a blender. If you want, you can also mash them using potato masher, but I always prefer to crush them into a blender. We don't want to make puree of these tomatoes. Just give it a pulse 3 to 4 times, and that's it. I have crushed all these tomatoes. Now I'm going to start with heating up some olive oil into a pan. We need just about a tablespoon of olive oil. Next, add in some grated garlic. You may also make use of some garlic paste or minced garlic. And cook this garlic for just about 30 to 40 seconds, just till the time nice aroma starts to come out from this fresh garlic. Now next, I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning and oregano, just about a teaspoon each. Now here I'm using this both, but if you want, you can use either one of them, whatever is available. First, here I have some oregano. Next, add in some Italian seasoning, a teaspoon each. Stir this around and saute this garlic and herbs together for just about a minute or so. It smells so good. This aroma of this fresh garlic and herbs together is just amazing. Now next, I'm gonna add these crushed tomatoes. Now you can see it's not a tomato puree. You can still see small bites of tomatoes in this. This is how we want to crush these tomatoes. Just mix this up. Now let's season this up with some salt and pepper. I have some black pepper. I'm also going to add some crushed red pepper. I want spicy pizza sauce. Some salt, about teaspoon, and sugar, just about a teaspoon. Stir this around. Now cover this up, and we're gonna cook this on medium heat for total about 15 minutes. Now this cooking time differs on the juiciness of these tomatoes, so try to cook them accordingly. After 15 minutes, now let's check this out. It smells really good, and you can see almost most of the moisture has been evaporated from these tomatoes. Now next, we're gonna add some tomato ketchup, about 4 tablespoons. Mix this. It looks so good. Now I'm also gonna add just a single drop of food color. It is optional, you may just keep this. That's it. Stir this. Also add some dried parsley. And also I have this fresh basil leaves. I'm not going to cut this, just break this down. Mix. Now again cover this up and we're gonna cook this on medium heat for another 10 minutes. Now we want these tomatoes to get cooked all the way through, and all the flavors from these fresh herbs and spices should get very well incorporated with these tomatoes. Alright, this has been cooking for total about 10 minutes. Now let's check it. Alright, we're almost there. Our pizza sauce is all ready. Wow, it looks so good. Now you can see its consistency. Almost all the moisture from this sauce has been evaporated. It has got really nice spreadable consistency. This is how we want to make our pizza sauce. It looks so tasty. You can see its texture also. It's not a tomato puree. You can see these small pieces of tomatoes in it. It looks just awesome. Our pizza dough has been sitting for total about 4 hours. Now let's see how it is doing. You can see it has puffed up really nice. And you can see the aeration in this flour, in this dough. This is how we want the consistency of this dough. It looks perfect. Now dust about 2 tablespoons of flour, dry flour over it. And again we're gonna smooth it out. We don't want to make it into stiff dough. Alright, it looks perfect. You can see it's not sticky now, but at the same time it is very loose. This is how we want it. Now just take this and we're gonna divide this into 2 parts. I'm gonna make both thick crust and thin crust pizza. First we're gonna cut 3/4 of it. This portion we're gonna use later on to make thin crust pizza. Just again keep this into another bowl. Cover this up. Make sure you cover this up. Keep it aside. Now let's start to work on this dough. Just dust enough flour. And try to spread this out. Apply pressure on the middle of this dough and try to spread this out using your fingers, just like that. Or you can also make use of some rolling pin. Place this on the top of this pizza tray. This pizza tray is really hot. I just kept it in the oven for 5 minutes. Just place it evenly. Now this is all ready to go in the oven. And now bake this on 500° Fahrenheit for total about 6 to 7 minutes till the time this pizza gets nice golden dots over it. Alright, my pizza crust is out of oven. I baked it on 500° Fahrenheit for just about 6 minutes from one side. Now you can see it has got really nice golden spots. Now you can see it is very well cooked from its top. It has got really nice golden crust. Now we're gonna flip this around, just like that. And we're gonna cook this from this side also for another 3 to 4 minutes on 500° Fahrenheit. Alright, this pizza looks cooked from other side as well. Now again we're gonna flip this around because this is the bottom side on which we applied suji. Just like that. Just press this a little bit. And now we're gonna apply some pizza sauce. Start to work from the center. and spread this all over, leaving around an inch around its edges. Once we spread our pizza sauce, now it's a time to add cheese. Here I'm using mozzarella cheese. And now it's a time for veggies. Here in veggies, here I have got some green pepper, onion, black olives and mushroom. First I'm gonna add some green pepper. Some onion. You can actually choose veggies of your choice. You can also make use of some tomatoes, but we have already used tomato based sauce, so I always prefer to skip on tomatoes. Some mushroom, and some black olives. Now again sprinkle some cheese on the top of these veggies, just a little bit. Also I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil over it. It is optional, you may just skip on this. Just a little bit. And also I'm gonna brush its edges with some olive oil. Now this time we're gonna bake this on 350°F for 15 minutes. After baking this for 15 minutes, we're gonna take out this pizza tray and cook this pizza directly on the oven rack on direct heat, so that this pizza will become extra crispy and crusty. I have baked my thick crust pizza. It looks so delicious. I baked this on direct oven rack for last 5 minutes. It looks perfect crusty, you can see, and it's all done. You can see, wow, just lift this up. Wow, you can see all this cheese is melting down, and you can see its crust. It has really nice cooked from inside also. It has got fluffed up, and it's crust from its edges, and also it is cooked from downside also. It is perfect crusty, just awesome. Alright, now let's start to make our thin crust pizza. For this, take this our leftover pizza dough and again dust some dry flour over it, and again start to knead this. Now for this thin crust, we want this dough little bit on a stiffer side, not too hard, just a little bit stiff. So try to add little extra flour in it and make it into a stiff ball. It looks done. Now you can see it's loose dough, but it's not sticky. It's little bit stiff than how we need our dough for thick crust pizza. Just dust some dry flour and again spread this out. You can also make use of this rolling pin. Now I rolled this thin crust pizza base and I already placed this into a pizza tray. Now again we're gonna bake this in the same way we bake our thick crust pizza. My thin crust pizza is ready and it looks just perfect. You can see how nice it is cooked, and it has got really nice crust, and you can see how nicely the veggies are cooked and the cheese is also well melted. Wow. Let me grab a piece of this pizza. Just awesome. You can see its crust and its texture. Wow, just perfect. Both these pizzas are ready, thick crust as well as thin crust. They look so yummy. Let me take a bite of this. I love this thin crust pizza. Wow. Awesome. It has got so nice crust in it, and it is perfect cheesy. Wow. I hope you have enjoyed watching today's recipe. Celebrate your holidays with this homemade yeast-free pizza dough, pizza and pizza sauce. Thanks for watching my video. See you soon. Bye bye.